just love art. I've always been interested in it. I've always done it when I've been able, when I've had the time. I used to go to this art class. One a week I would throw out these paintings. I have done, I reckon, thousands.
Well, the Golden Gallery projects were set up really so that we could showcase our residents' art. We discovered that actually we've got some really talented artists amongst our residents, and we started to look a little bit more about actually what's the benefit of doing art, how does it affect people, why do people enjoy it? And for people with dementia, art's a way of, well, actually for everybody, the creative process sort of transports us away from everyday stuff that's going on in our lives, and it enables people to focus on something they really, really enjoy doing. I've seen people with dementia making their art, and it really does seem to be quite a calming thing for people to do. Sometimes people with dementia can't express themselves in the way they used to through words. Therefore, being able to do that through painting, through any other art form, is really, really helpful for them. And I think that's been the story of art throughout the ages. You know, people do use art to express themselves. We've had over 200 pieces of art that have come in recently, which have been absolutely fantastic, ranging from pieces of knitted artwork right through to beautiful tapestries, amazing paintings using all sorts of mediums, oil colours, watercolours, that kind of thing, and some great poetry and some short stories, so just about every type of art that you could possibly think of.
Sonnet form is my favourite, although I do write all sorts, you know, triolettes, terza rimas, villanelles. When first a writing course I undertook, I couldn't tell a sonnet from a song. But since I've read a how to do it book, I now think up these sonnets all day long. In bed at night and in the morn I find, at breakfast, eating lunch or during tea, pentameters iambic come to mind, invade my head and stay to torture me.
And there have been a whole mixture of reasons why people have become involved in the Golden Galleries challenge.
I like people to look at it. The pictures I've done, I've never sold one, but I never want to part with them. I can't bear to think of me not seeing them again.
How do I feel about people listening to my poetry? Well, I suppose I'm thrilled in a way. It might inspire them to do it themselves, which is what we try to do in Abbeyfield. We try to get people to do things, encourage people. We encourage them to listen to music, to watch films.
Tapestry, it was quite late. I picked that up when my wife and I retired here, and she got a big frame with a pattern on it, the knot garden. And just after she'd started it is when she suddenly got a heart attack and died. So I thought, well, I must keep this going and finish it in her memory, which I did. It took me some months, but it was very, very creative and very satisfactory.
The other thing about the galleries, I think, and the build-up to it and the work that people have put into it, is that it's really brought people together. So a lot of our residents have put together collaborative work. So groups of them have made one piece that they've all had input into, and that's really brought them together. So there's been that kind of social aspect to it as well. The galleries themselves are running throughout the year. So we've worked with the Museums and Wellbeing Alliance, who are a group of people absolutely committed to art and well-being and looking into actually how does it benefit people. So we're going to Beamish Open Air Museum first of all, which is a great place because they've recreated an entire 1940s, 50s mining village there. So we're going to have our exhibition in the schoolroom and in a little miner's cottage, and in the band room as well, which is really exciting. So they have about, on a busy Saturday, about 6,000 people through there. So we'll be able to show our residents' artwork to a really wide audience, which is absolutely great. Following that, we're then going off to Birmingham City Museum and Art Gallery, which is an absolutely beautiful building right in the middle of Birmingham. And they've given us a community gallery space, which is enormous. And at first we were slightly worried that we'd be able to fill it, but boy, can we fill it. So we've got some fantastic stuff to take there, and they've given us that space for nothing for about 4 months, which is lovely, so we can rotate the art. I think the key message for the project ties in with everything we're trying to do and everything that we're trying to communicate in terms of dementia, and that is for people to see the person behind the condition.